welcome to Kinetic Live. I'm Q Coach Ariel Shepley, and today I'm doing a stretch class. So it'll be about 20 to 25 minutes. There are 4 aspects of fitness: strength, endurance, stability, and flexibility. And unfortunately, that last one tends to be not paid attention to as much as it should be. And so a lot of my classes focus on flexibility in order for you to incorporate it into your own workout. So we're gonna warm up a little bit. We're gonna start parallel, hip width apart, and you take your head and roll towards the floor until you reach your hamstring length. Relax there for a second. Bend the knees and then straighten. Do it once more. Plie and straighten. Engage the abs and roll up. Once more. Down. Try to relax. Relax the hamstrings. Plie and straighten. Relax that lower back. Plie and straighten. And roll up. Each vertebrae at a time. Now take the feet together and do the exact same thing. So start with the head, roll down to the floor, and hang. Plie and stretch. Plie and stretch. And roll up. Head last, please. Once more. Head first, down to the floor. Keep the legs as straight as possible. If your hands don't touch the floor, that's absolutely okay. Just try to go to wherever your hamstring length allows you to, and then relax there and straighten. Now turn out into a natural first position, heels together, toes out, and do the same thing. So now you're squeezing the inner thighs together, and plie, knees go over toes, and stretch. Plie and stretch, and roll up. So we're just slowly getting the body to warm up a little bit before I go into some deeper stretches. So roll down once more, plie and stretch, plie and stretch. Warm up the ankles, warm up the knees, warm up the back. Now a wide second position, so you're a little wider than your hips and still turned out. Again, the head goes first, down to the floor, till you can hang. Then bend the knees, bring the butt between the knees, and then back up to the ceiling, or the sky in this case, we're on the roof. Plie and stretch, and roll up. Once more, one last time, down towards the floor. Breathing throughout it. Think of one run-on sentence. You never stop moving. As soon as you reach the down, you plie and straighten again. Beautiful, last time, roll up slow. Stay in that wide position. We're gonna take a plie and reach to the ceiling. And down. Get the arms moving, get the legs moving. 2 more, up. And down. Up. And down. Switch from the side. Bend to the left, then straighten, reach across. So same armless leg reaches to the diagonal. So I'm doing a long reach, plie in a lunge, and reach. Plie, you can relax the other arm and reach. 2 more, plie, reach. This gets the side body going. Other side, plie that right, reach with the right arm. And reach across the body. Think the longest diagonal you possibly can make. Use the breath. 2 more. Last one. Switch other side, both arms this time. So plie the left, reach both arms. So try to use your breath. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Push off that plie leg. 2 more. Very last one. Switch, other side. Plie that right, reach both arms. This is just the warm up. Don't worry about doing it right. Just get that body going. Reach. When you plie, do check that that knee is going over the toe. Be careful of your knees. Protect yourself from injury. 2 more. Reach. And relax. reach, and relax. Nice, come back to parallel. Reach up to the ceiling. Take that right arm, grab that left wrist, reach up and over slightly. I'm reaching the ribs away from the hips to really stretch out that side of the body. You don't have to go very low, just as long as you feel that stretch on the side. And switch, other arm, other wrist, up and over. My legs are nice and straight. I'm engaging the quads, be really stable on the bottom half of the body and reaching from the top half. Once more, grab that left wrist up and over. Try to breathe through it, all of this stretching. Breath is super important. I say that in all of my stretch videos, but it's absolutely a point that needs to be told over and over again. Don't hold any of the stretches, breathe through all the stretches. Nice. Then we're gonna plie and arch and flex the back. So staying in parallel, arch forward, relax the neck, and roll up. And arch, stick that butt out, and then roll up. Do two more. Really think of your back as this beautiful, curved and elongated serpent. Once more. Really articulate the back, every muscle and every spine. Awesome. All right, let's start really stretching. So we're going to start standing. I'm going to do some of mine standing so that you work on stability at the same time. Bonus. So standing on your right, pick up your left, grab that knee and hug it to your chest. So you should feel it compressing in the hip flexor on the one that's lifted and stretching the one that's lifted. That's straight. Really pull up on that kneecap, engage that quad so that you can stay there. Breathe and relax. Then, staying on this one, switch to the side. So that opens a little bit. Now you're getting your inner thigh. Again, if you're not all the way up here and you're out here, that's absolutely fine, as long as you're feeling the stretch in the inner thigh. Breathe, and then relax, shake it out, switch other leg. So, pick up your right, hug that to your chest. Try to keep this as straight as possible. Pull up on that quad, relax the hip flexor. Breathe, switch other to the side. If you're flexible like me, you can put it in the crook of your elbow. If not, don't worry, use your hand to try to relax this hip and turn out as much as possible. Couple more seconds. Relax that other arm and down. Switch the other leg. We're going to do a quad stretch. So take your left hand, reach back, grab your left ankle, put those two knees together, pull that heel. Oh, I'm going to switch so you can see from the side to your butt and relax as much as you can. Really stretch out that quad. Breathing. Switch, other foot. So grab the right, pull that right heel to your right cheek, butt cheek I mean, and relax that hip flexor and quad. Pull up on that standing leg. Don't forget about it. It's about stability also. My stomach is engaged, my butt is engaged, my hip is relaxed. Nice. All right, release. One more hamstring stretch. You're gonna take your hands, put them behind your back, clasp those wrists together, and I'll show you from the side. So you're going to take that same movement that we did previously, head first down to the floor, to your hamstring length, hang out there, relax, and with those arms reaching towards the floor, you open up the back. This is really great for those chest and shoulder stretch, and the hamstring, because you're down here stretching the hamstrings too. So try to breathe and relax in this position. If you need to, you can plie the knees, bend them slightly, and stretch them again. Breathing, one more time, plie and stretch. And then you can release those hands. Since you're down there, come on to seated position. We're gonna do another hip flexor stretch. So I'm in what's called a fourth position on the floor. So my right leg is bent, parallel to front, and then the other one, foot is to the knee in a triangle position. So this keeps this hip flexor stretched as we go back. So be careful, lower yourself to your elbows if you can. So this position stretches this hip flexor out. The hip flexor goes from the quad all the way through the hip up to your abs. So as long line as you can make, please try to relax in the longest position possible. Stay there and breathe. All right, come out of it slowly. It's really important to enter and exit stretches slowly. So we're going to switch other side. So now I have my left foot forward, parallel to my body. Right knee is at my left toe. And I'm going to go slowly back towards my elbows. Again, getting into the position slowly, exiting the position slowly. And breathing. Again, I'm going to say that like 5 million more times till for the end of this video. But it's important. All right, come up slow. All right, so stay seated. We're going to extend that left leg outside to the side. We're going to stretch the inner thigh. You can keep the right one bent in, and you're going to reach up and over towards the left toe. Take that opposite arm and reach up and over. So I feel this all the way on the side. I also feel it in the inner thigh of the bottom leg. Try to keep the chest open. This is a different stretch, right? So keep the body open and that top shoulder up. Breathe. You can point or flex the foot, doesn't really matter, as long as you're trying to relax in this position. Lift up and switch. Open the bent knee, bend the other one, up and to the leg. Really reach up and over. Keep that top shoulder open, please. Breathing. Reach with the fingers. So rather than thinking, okay, I'm gotta get to my foot, I like to think of that the energy is coming out through the fingertips and past the foot to some spot way over there. So it's a long stretch that keeps moving rather than a static, stopped pose. And open. All right, let's switch to what's called pigeon in yoga. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the left leg parallel to the body, front. This bottom leg stretches and you roll over onto the hip. Be careful of the knee. Go in and out of stretches super slowly, just like I said before. If you feel comfortable in this position, you should feel a hip flexor stretch and a butt stretch on the bent leg. You can come down to your elbows and breathe here. So I like to say to a lot of my clients that you should hold each stretch about 30 seconds. And that seems like a long time. However, it's enough time to allow the body to relax and actually lengthen in the stretch and not just touch it and go. So sometimes I count backwards from my head from 30. That tends to help. I listen to music. I make sure 30 seconds of the song went by, something like that. Come out of it slow. Switch other side. Right leg forward, left leg back. Again, try to keep the back leg as straight as possible to get that hip flexor stretch. But what it's really about is the glute. If you're comfortable, down to your elbows. Breathe. Count backwards from 30. I'm tending to move in and out of these stretches a bit faster than 30 seconds, but I want to show you a lot of stretches in the time that I have. All right, let me back up. All right. We're going to stay right here. Both legs are going to be straight forward. we're gonna do another hamstring stretch. The hamstrings are so important. They connect to your back and you'll feel the difference. If you lengthen your hamstrings, you can get amazing benefits every day. So reaching down, pulling up that right foot. If you can grab under the arch, fantastic. Keep the leg straight, please. If not, grab the calf or the ankle or the knee, but be careful of the knee, make sure it stays straight. I'm gonna go under the arch. I'm also trying to keep the back as straight as possible. So rather than this position, I'm ideally keeping the pelvis and back, that lower back, as straight as possible. All right, now be careful of this one. This one stretches the side of the shin. I'm gonna keep the opposite arm as leg, grab the foot and slightly turn it in, right? So be careful of your ankle, but I should feel it, you should feel it all the way down this shin right here. If you need to, you can cross across the body a little bit in order to feel that. I feel it right here, so I'm gonna stay. Slowly lower that leg, switch other side. Use both arms to lift up. Engage the quad, make sure this is nice and straight. Push that lower back up, pull out of the hips, and breathe. Taking your time, switch, opposite arm is leg. Cross the body a little bit. Allow the foot to sickle slightly. Don't go to the extreme, that's bad for the ankle. There's a slight sickle that gets that muscle that goes right down the side of the shin. Breathe. Also trying to relax the neck and shoulders and keep the back up. And come on down, nice. Okay, let's do a glute stretch. So we're going to line the knees up together. I'm crossing the left over the right to start. Ideally, if you have the flexibility, you're parallel to the body. If not, you can keep the legs in more if this feels better to you. Either one is fine. Just be careful of the knees. I have the flexibility, so I'm gonna stay nice and parallel. But the idea is to line the knees up so that you get the glute muscle. I'm on a slight diagonal. It's not necessary to bend all the way over to get this stretch, but you do want to stay up on your hip bones as much as you can. While we're here, let's stretch the neck. So taking the left arm up, grab the ear, and pull the neck to the side. I like to stretch two things at once, kind of double duty, get two birds with one stone. So while you're relaxing this, relax this. And release. Come out of it slow. Put the right leg on top. Again, line up the knees. If you can stay nice and parallel, please do. Taking that right arm, grab the ear across the head, and pull to the side. So I'm thinking of tilting the whole head towards the shoulder. Again, very gently as I relax the glute muscles. Nice. All right, you can come out of it slow. We're gonna do a calf stretch and a back stretch. I'm gonna do downward dog and upward dog. So come on over to your hands and knees slowly, please. Make sure when you go into downward dog that your wrists are right parallel to the shoulder, so not too wide, and that your legs stay completely parallel as well. So come on up into downward dog. The heels go down towards the floor, the butt goes towards the ceiling, and stretch away from the palms. This should be a calf stretch, right? So that if you're too far out and the heels aren't to the floor, you won't get the calf stretch. If you're too far in, it becomes a hamstring stretch. So find that beautiful point where it's the calves that are stretching as well as the hamstrings too, but mostly the calves, please. Then come through plank, lower yourself through chaturanga or tricep push-up, and up to upward dog. So you can stay in baby cobra if you'd like. If this is a back stretch for you, that's great. If you want, you can go all the way up to upward dog. Take the hips off the floor and the chest to the ceiling. Breathe. This is intense lower back stretch, so be careful. Really feel your body, make sure that this feels okay to you, and try to relax. Once more. Come on, back to downward dog. Stretch that calf. Those calves. Relax, breathing. Through plank, through chaturanga, upward to upward dog, or baby cobra is fine. Lift to the ceiling, or to the sun in this case. Hey, relax. So come on back to your hands and knees. We're gonna do one stretch for the shoulders. So you're gonna be sitting in what's child's pose first. So butt to the heels and knees are wide. Take the left hand, feed it under the right arm, and relax to the floor. This stretches the shoulder out. Try to relax. I love this stretch. I could stay here forever, but I won't. Moving on. Other side, right arm through, away from me, towards the floor. And back up. That's great if your shoulders are super tight. Stretching is really important if you've been working really hard and they're sore. Or if you've been sitting at your desk all day or all week and you need to get moving, this is a great way. All right, let's do, I have 2 more for you. Oh, 3, just kidding. So we're gonna do plow, also from yoga. Lying back, try to relax. Take those feet all the way up and over your head. Use your arms to help support the lower back. Really reach those toes towards the floor. So if you can't make it, that's fine. You can also bend the knees. As long as you're getting the stretch in the lower back and the neck. Make sure to support the lower back with the hands. As you come out of it, slowly use your abs to lower your feet to the floor. We're gonna do a twist. So taking both knees towards me, relax them to the floor, head opposite direction. Long diagonal, relax the lower back. Think a long diagonal from knees all the way to the head. Take your time, switch to the other side. Knees go away from me, head goes towards me. Again, I'm trying to melt into the floor. That long diagonal, I am relaxing into the floor. This should feel great. Another stretch I love. I'm giving you all my favorites today. You're very lucky. All right, coming up slowly. Come up to seated. Last position is the center split. So this is the inner thigh. So as wide as you can go, comfortably, right? If you're here, that's absolutely fine, but really do try to think of that lower back getting as straight as possible and you're lifting up and out of the hips. I'm gonna go a little wider because I have more flexibility, but this should be the inner thigh stretch. So think of that lower back lifting and elongating as you come forward. If you can, make it to your elbows. Relax the inner thigh. You can flex the feet if you want, point the feet if you want. You can just relax, you don't have to do anything with the feet. All of that's good, as long as you're breathing and relaxing into the stretch. Again, this is another great stretch to think of the fact that I'm not trying to hold the position, I'm trying to flow through the position. My chest is reaching far out to this point way out there, and so that you're fluid and moving through the stretches rather than static. I'm gonna go down a little further until the chest is on the floor. If you can do this, great. If you want to stay where you are, stay there and breathe. Come out of it slow. Stretching is super important, especially after a heavy workout. or to warm up. Just make sure your muscles are slightly warm before you go into any deep stretches. Move in and out of stretches slowly, please, and breathe when you're in them. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find me on arielshepley.com, my website, or here on kinetic.com. You can leave comments under the videos. All of these videos are released in the video library about 2 or 3 days afterwards. So if you want to do this one again, or if you want to check out my other videos, please check out the video library on kinetic.com. And I have a class next week, same time on Saturday. So tune in then. Bye.